Good game, man. Hey, man. What's the sickness? Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because tonight, we are running the last night. This is going to be a Mardu Knights. I love the Knights that come out. I'm a big fan of Knight decks, and there's just so many good things right now. And I had a couple of ideas. I wanted to bring back Knights of the Round. I did not get enough of it already. And I wanted to bring in our good friend Moonshaker with some other nonsense. Dark Knight's Greatsword, all of the standard, and bring in the Mardu stuff like Brunhilde is a Knight and Inti, which really brings the aggressiveness and trample to the stuff that we need. So we're kind of at the end of Final Fantasy. We've got early access for Edge of Eternities coming up next Wednesday, so be there. It's going to be on this channel next Wednesday, the 23rd of July. Don't want to miss that. And well, tonight, before it's the Edge of Eternities, we're going to say goodbye and to say the last night. But before anything, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. They're right down there. You got to do it, or you'll be attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously attack you and maul you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Hit that bell. You'll be notified when we go live on either one. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord in case you want to check out our community. And of course, this deck and all the other ones I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. Follow that link down below on the AetherHub and you'll get this deck. So, what do we got here? First things first, we're going to have Cecil Dark Knight. I love Dark Knights, arguably one of my favorite characters in any kind of media. Cecil the Dark Knights. I love just the concept of Dark Knights. 1 black, 2/3, human knight, death touch, and they did him so well. Whenever he deals damage, you lose that much life. Then, if your life total is less than or equal to your half your starting life total, untap and transform him and he becomes the redeemed paladin, which is fantastic. We love to see that. So as long as you're losing life, steady losing life, he's doing damage and losing life, you'll eventually flip him to the paladin, which is super good. There's ways to mitigate that, like Sheltered by Ghost gives him lifelink and you don't lose it anymore, but you'll never flip him. However, you kind of do want to flip him by getting your life down because he has the lifelink and protect ability. He's a 4/4, and then when he attacks, everyone is indestructible until the end of turn. Really cool stuff right there. So he's our 1-drop. Now, I got to talk to you about these two, the Knight of Grace and the Knight of Malice. You've seen me run these before, potentially. The reason they're so good is they're very anti-meta. Knight of Malice has First Strike, Hexproof from white. It is a 2/2, 2-drop, 1 black and 1. It is immune from white spells, meaning all those exiles or removals can't be cast on it. And as long as you control any white permanent, it gets +1. So it's a 3/2 First Strike if you control any white permanent, which is very aggressive and nice right there. White permanents, how about Knight of Grace? 1 white and 1. This one is arguably more powerful. The reason that this one is arguably more powerful is that it is a 2/2 First Strike Hexproof from black. This creature gets +1 as long as any player controls a black permanent. Being Hexproof from black in the current meta is amazing. No kill spells can go off on this if they're black. Cut down, go for the throat, bitter triumph, any kind of removal or kill spell that they want to do on this, it is immune. And if they're playing black, they have any black permanents, is a 3/2. That is really good, especially with First Strike. The way that we enhance First Strike is with the Greatsword, but we're going to talk about that. I've got to run Shelter. I just have to. It's a great removal. It gives 1 white and 1. It's a 1-drop, counts as a white permanent. Aura. Somebody gets +1, lifelink, and ward 2. Makes it hard to kill and lifelink. I love putting this on like Knight of Malice because that means it's a 4. It means it's a 4/2 lifelink First Strike, ward 2, and hexproof from white. We are totally tanking hits on that one. We are going to really hit hard on that one. It's super fun to hit that one off right there. So that is a great other piece of removal. We also are going to want Bitter Triumph. Bitter Triumph is going to be my removal of choice, mostly because I don't mind losing life. It feeds into what Cecil is doing, and we're going to gain life. But also, I do want Knights of the Round and, of course, Moonshaker Cavalry potentially in the graveyard for the reanimation kind of combo that we're putting at the end there. So, Bitter Triumph is going to be our removal of choice. Now, we are going to also put up... we're also going to put up Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. These are going to be our red knights. Not a lot of red knights, but I love them. 1 red and 1. This is how we enhance it even further. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until the end of turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your next step. So we can immediately discard, and we can discard our reanimator targets, and somebody will get +1 and trample on top of that, which is super, super fun. And if you're going in with like a first strike and trample and everything else that you're doing, you're starting to really stack keywords, and it gets more and more powerful. So 3 Inti, Seneschal of the Sun, Human Knight right there with the ability to pump and trample. We're also going to do Brunhilder, summon Brunhilder, who is a Saga Knight, enchantment creature, a name in blood, a pact in flame. 1 red and 1 chain, which is, of course, exile the top card of your library. During any of your turn, you put a lore counter on the Saga, you may play that card. So it gives us access to a card off the top, a little bit like an exile card draw, to keep cards flowing for us. Then we also get Gestalt mode, which is whenever you cast your next creature, it gains haste. So now you have all of your creatures gaining haste. You have your knights swinging in aggressively. They're charging in. That is a super, super fun combo right there. And, of course, she counts as a knight as well. So those are the 2 red knights that you're going to be running on the 2-drop. Very, very aggressively pushing people in, playing that aggression right there. Really, really good stuff. How do we enhance it even more? Well, we add the Dark Knight's Greatsword. Love this one. 1 red and 2 artifact, equipment, job select. It immediately comes in with a 1/1, creates a 1/1 hero, and immediately attaches. Equipped creature gets +3 and is a knight in addition to its other types. It is Chaos Bringer. This is going to be the Greatsword type. To equip it, we pay 3 life. We can only activate once each turn. I love this because I love equipment that doesn't cost mana to play. We'll gladly pay our life for power. So you're going to get a 4/1 creature right on the board, but you can immediately re-equip this by playing life right on something like Knight of Grace. And Knight of Grace holding a Dark Knight's Greatsword is actually a 6/2 first stripe, hexproof from black. You want to make it worse? Guess what? You use Inti. Now it's a 7/3 first strike trample. Now you're seeing the combination plays that you can get off. You can absolutely bring this heavy-ass sword down on that charge, man. Hit them hard. That is going to be the trick right there. Hard to remove. Banging first strike and trample, just riding people down as a knight should. Aggressive, tanky action right there. So Dark Knight's Greatsword is going to absolutely enhance everything that you're doing with any of these cards. Even with Cecil, losing that life is going to feed into flipping Cecil, because between Bitter Triumph, Cecil, and Dark Knight's Greatsword, we are paying a lot of life to get different combination plays off to make sure that we can get that and potentially flip them. So really, really cool stuff. For the early aggressive plays, trampling, pushing in. Now here's the finisher. Here's how we go really wild. We're going to go 4 Zombifies here. You can do less or more if you want. You could even do more Knights of the Round if you wanted as well. But we're going to reanimate 2 very, very big Knights. Summon Knights of the Round is going to be a huge hit. This is a Saga Knight. 2 white and 6, 3/3. As the Saga enters after your draw step, add a lore counter. You have 5 rounds of this. Immediately on, it's a 3/3 indestructible knight, and you create 3 2/2 knight creature tokens. This will stop. This will go on for 4 rounds. You're going to make 3 for 4 rounds until you have 13 knights. Okay, so you're going to make 3 extra tokens each turn. Boom, 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 boom. It's just going to be absolutely crapping out tons and tons of knights for Knights of the Round right here. Turn 5, Ultimate End. Other creatures you control get +2/+2. They all get indestructible on them forever. They get an indestructible counter. They're not indestructible at the end of turn. They're indestructible forever. And then we swing in for the final hit there. We'll have 12 creatures or even more to swing in with for the finishing move of Knights of the Round if we reanimate that. If that's not enough for you guys, if you're not satisfied with the classic Final Fantasy summons of Knights of the Round right there, I also may offer you Moonshaker Cavalry, a little often forgotten creature here, which is the white Craterhoof Behemoth. Moontraker Cavalry is a Spirit Knight. 4 white and 5. This is another 8-drop that is much better to reanimate than it is to hard cast. And what we get for this is if you've built a wide board, whenever this creature enters, creatures you control gain flying and get plus X, where X is the number of creatures you control. So you would have a couple of knights on the board. All of them would get like +4/+4 and flying. Usually that's enough to swing in and finish them off right there. Super, super good stuff right there in case you want to switch it up. Now, you could always go, like I said, you could go more Knights of the Round or you could do more Moonshakers. Whatever you wanted to do to finish them off in the most knightly, chivalrous fashion, I don't mind. However you want to do it. That's what the Zombify is for. That is why we are discarding cards to fill up our graveyard. We're keeping them busy with these aggressive first strike trampling guys early in the game and then coming in with a finishing move for the Grand Chivalrous charge on that. This is rotation proof, by the way. We're going to have 1 Plains, 3 Swamps, 2 Mountains. We're going to rely on Bleachbone Verge and Concealed Courtyard. I do want to recommend Shadowy Backstreet, Elegant Parlor, and Raucous Theater because they do count as the actual lands. That's a Swamp Mountain, Mountain Plains, and of course Plain Swamp. Those help with the check lands for Sunbillow Verge and Bleachbone, the verges that require only if you have a Plains or a Swamp. So if you have a Bleachbone Verge down and you have a Blazemire and you have a Raucous Theater, that counts as a Swamp. You'll get that white mana out of there. So try to imitate that land. It's kind of a little tricky to do Mardu land drops right there, but that's how I found I got the smoothest land drops. Only really had an issue with mana draw, not so much colors. You'll see that generally these everything is just one color, so you don't need multiples. That's on purpose, and the reanimators, you almost never need to have that much white to reanimate. You just need that Zombify to return a creature card. You don't need all of those whites to hit that. So that is the thing right there. Early aggression and late finishers, 22 creatures, every single one of them is knights. We are keeping to our chivalrous code. A lot of humans, sagas, and spirits, 4 instants, 4 sorceries, 3 artifacts, 9 enchantments, auras, sagas, and knights, 23 lands altogether with a 2.8 average. I would say that's going to curve down quite a bit. As you can see, we really live on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really putting a lot of pressure early on. Good stuff right there. Just a splish splash of red and mostly black with extra white right there. So we don't want to get too much red, but we want to have enough that we can hit off the essential cards that we do, especially Inti. Inti's kind of super important to get that trample. If you're swinging in with a 9 first strike lifelink, Knight of Grace, you don't want to just lose it on a 1/1 chump blocker. You want to have that damage transfer through. So Inti is kind of super important. You could even take 1 less Brunhilde and put more Inti in there, and I wouldn't be mad about that. So that is what we're looking at right there. And of course, as far as the sideboard is concerned, definitely one is that almost made the cut here is Dion. Dion giving everyone flying for the Dragonfoot dive and coming in with an extra knight token is super good. 1 white and 3/3/3, and you can turn him into Bahamut, Warden of Light. He's really good. If you didn't want to go to the reanimator route, you could just fill in Dion's on the back end and be perfectly fine and probably do an amazing job. But I kind of wanted to revisit Knights of the Round again because I'm a sucker for it. Requisition Raid to destroy your enchantments and artifacts, get lost for a little bit more removal. Lightning Helix for direct damage and life gain. Saint Elenda is another great 4-drop that you can go for Dion, and that is also hexproof from instance. A Vampire Knight, and really likes the life gain stuff right there. Like I said, another Knights of the Round, maybe you want to do another one of those. I also like Live or Die. It's an additional removal, or it can at instant speed reanimate something. So if you have put something in your graveyard, you put Knights of the Round in your graveyard at the end of your opponent's turn somehow, or you have it at the opponent's turn, you can wait and play Live or Die at the end of your opponent's turn, immediately summon back up. You can immediately summon back up something huge like a Knights of the Round at instant speed, and that way they can attack next turn right away if they're not expecting it. So Live or Die is kind of a nice trick card that you can occasionally run if you feel like it. So we're going to do that, and then potentially some of these higher ones at 4 drops in case you don't want to go for the reanimation route. I get it. Some people are kind of tired at it, and also these are mythic rares, a little trickier to get. You could absolutely do Dion and be just fine. So that is the Knight deck. We're finishing off with a little bit of Mardu, and then we're going right into Edge of Eternity's Be Here. Next Wednesday, yes, we're doing early access. We'll be here with all the cards before anyone else does. Let's get into it, guys. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to like the video. We cut a land. Now we'll see what happens. Maybe we do something. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Couldn't say. Good opener, though. I like that opener. I got my head on my shoulders. Do. I guess we'll win this one by default, too. Anybody have any early access deck ideas, by the way? If you have a card or an idea that you want to see, me run, please let me know, and we can try to make it happen. I got a lot to brew, and any kind of help that takes that mental load off me is great. So yeah, if you have a card you want to see, go for it. Hey, nice mineral area. That's pretty cool. Welcome, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great night, and don't forget to stab that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much, Shadow. Oh, man, Shadow blowing it up tonight. Shadow Shane. The #1. He takes the fucking crown. He crowns it all. Yeah, Tanuke, we were just discussing about what we could do with Tanuke. There's the Chocobo. Let's do Inti. Let's drop the Knight of Malice. Yeah, there we go. Shelter's good. Oh no, that should mean Shelter's going away. Oh, never mind. Alright, Bitter Triumph will have to hit. Or Tifa or something. The lobster that lets you use food for damage looks pretty funny. He is pretty funny, because he's a lobster that lets you use land for food. Throw that away. Cosmo Grand Zenith looks dope as you get a lot of tokens. Yeah, it could be cool. Boom, down to that. We're down to 13. Okay. Pulsing Veins. He's gonna do Saz's. Boom, puts that down. I'll take the 2. Okay. I like that it's a lobster chef. I think that's pretty funny. Hey, what's up, Karl Lamaface? Been on a bit of Azori's kick like the 2 opponent mills cards. That's good. I think this guy knows he's in trouble here. Indestructible. 8. He can activate the triggers. They reprinted Temporary Lockdown and Sunfall. Yeah. They gotta do something, I guess, huh? You can block that 8, but it's gonna be, yeah, you gotta add green from that and then crack that. Yeah, there you go. That's gonna be 8, 2, 4. That's gonna kill one of them. There we go. Good stuff. They give you, yeah, the red card. It gives all red creatures and artifact creatures warp. The Kavu, yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, I have to say so myself. He's a cool dude. He's a righteous dude. The new Sunfall is a pain in the ass. It's nowhere near as bad as the fucking old one. No, that is true. The new Sunfall is not as fucking punishing. It doesn't give you a fucking upside for wiping the board, which is part of the problem with the old Sunfall. Is that in itself could have been your win con. Was just I want to have an upside for the board. Black. It does suck. It does suck having any kind of you know, Sunfall-esque card in the meta, but I don't think there's much we can do about that. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. Let's do this. Gestalt mode. We'll do this. We'll do no attacks. The old Sunfall, you could just do nothing but Sunfall and be fine. And it was basically, you know, you were okay. You could torch me here. No. We're gonna aura block him. Alright. This man kept a one-lander on hope and faith. There's the Black Knight for the Gestalt mode. Boom. Gain. I think we'll do Dark Knight's Greatsword. My man kept a one-lander. Godspeed, bro. Actually, you know what? We're going to send you in. Dark Knight's Greatsword getting next time. Boom. Okay. Out of there. Sorry, bro. It's rough. He kept it. He said, I can do it. Don't worry. Yeah, the notion of mass exile is not good. Hey, what's up, Mars? We have a new temporary lockdown, the Sun Cage confinement or whatever the fuck it's called. Pitiless Carnage. We also, don't forget, we have Sheltered by Ghost Jr. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about Sheltered by Ghost Jr. He's around. Gives you Ward 1 and then, yeah, does that thing, yeah. Alright, so I think we gotta go Gestalt on him right away. Boom, Blazemire Birch. We gotta do Still there. There's a creator on here that opened with 0 mana. That shouldn't really happen. That is a very strange thing to have happen. Galti's Falcon. I have no way of dealing with Galta. So we're probably going to die if we don't get... I don't have Graveyard Exile, so... if he's doing Dinosaur Reanimator, the only thing we can do is have a Bitter Triumph ready. He could have it right now. Yeah, he's a Zombify turn 3. That's a problem. You see that? That's a big problem. A lot of that is going to rotate, but not enough of it is. A lot of that is rotating, but frankly, not enough of it is. MTG assistant, yeah. That's what that is. Can we get 3 more likes to push us to 30? That's a turn, by the way, that's a turn 3 fucking every card in your hand. No, Invasion of Urgamon is rotating as well. And that what's enabled him to go faster. Invasion of Urgamon's gone. And Natalia's gone. There's a few cards that are gone. He's probably going to have me discard, yeah. It'll be Bitter Triumph. Boom. Zombify. I'll take that. Deals 1 damage. Put down Brunhilde. Knight of Malise. Gestalt mode. Urbrisk Forge is also gone, yeah. That is true. Phyrexian. Liliana the Viliana.
No more distractions. Haven't you ever heard of personal
And we're back to
space?
flooding. Right back to flooding. We had a good time for a little while.
We all have things we'd rather.
Dark Knight's Greatsword. Black.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Heck dies. Should we do reanimate? We'll do it. Fuck it. Why not, right? Moonshaker. Kill you.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Hey, what's up, Shinigami? How you doing? He'll activate that. It's good. Gain and drain. We'll do Brunhilder. Go in with you. Yeah, that's a good trade. Bandit's Talent. Discard the Greatsword. Shelter of the Apocalypse. Gestalt mode. Bring out Moonshaker. Jetched. Recluse. Boom. Might be able to get him here. Gain, lose, gain, lose. Install mode. Get him, Moonshaker. Moonshaker. Dark Knight Moonshakers in the sky with diamonds. Dark Knight Moonshakers in the sky with diamonds. Right there for your pleasure. Good line, good line. Didn't get discouraged. We locked in and we kept it. We locked the fuck in and we kept it going. That's what you gotta do. Let's see if we can break it off in them. 32 likes and 61 people, so half the people are basically giving me the middle finger. Tribe Human, by the way, Tribe Human, did you see my... Were you able to find my, whatchamacallit? Are you able to see my, Emmett Selk? I know, and the thing is, it's so wild because Portal's gone, bro. Portal's fucking out of here, man. You got fucking, like, 1 day left with Portal. and it's fucking gone. But they did it. They did it. Rune develop. Boom. Let's do this. Discard a card. You. Knights of the Round. Alright, we'll cast Dark Knight's Greatsword into Zombify Knights of the Round. If we can survive. We should be able to survive this round depending on what happens here. A Rune Develop would be bad. Krenko's not great. He's gonna go in for one. I will block that with that. That's pretty okay. Patchwork Banner. Goblin. Seersucker. Goblins. Boom. My big old Goblin Smiter. Boom. Cacophony Scamp. Krenko Mob Boss. Should I swing or should I play defensive? He can attack for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd go up to 23. I don't think he can do 23 that quickly. He's just going to block, so we'll hold steady. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. What round? I'm on 3, 4 more. I'll go it. $13 gain. I got 9 I can block with. Let's see what he does here. Krenko Mob Boss. If I could get Moonshaker out, but I can't. I'd love a Zombify. A Zombify would be fucking amazing. He's gonna get this back too, because this is gonna die. Is he gonna go in with 20? This is a pretty wild game right here, huh, guys? Pretty fucking wild game. Actually, let's do this. A Zombify wins it for us, guys. And that's not a Zombify. Everyone else gets that. Boom. We get indestructible on all 12. Moonshaker Cavalry can't go down. We're missing 1 mana for that. All we can do is swing in. A Zombify would have been wild. Maybe I should have got the Krenko instead of the Patchwork, but hey. At the end of the day, that was a fun one. That was a fun one right there. We could have top decked something. We could have top decked something, but we didn't. Zombify was a 6% chance. We could have even gotten a Brunhilde and got back with it, but no. Crazy game, though. Krenko's a problem, man. Krenko scales out of control. The only reason that goblins aren't good is people run fucking shitloads of board wipes. That's the number one issue, is they could just board wipe you to death, but a lot of times you can't, you know? Plays my Verge for Cecil. Boom. Surveil, this is Yuna. We will do a Shadowy Backstreet. Brunhilde, we absolutely will take Brunhilde. Or Bango. Lose life. I know, it was a pretty wild game right there. Candy Trail. Scry 2. Activate Gestalt mode. We better Triumph. Go in. Boom. Lose. Okay. Crack. Draw a card. I have no idea what this guy's doing. Probably Reanimator. Okay. Invasion of Zendikar. Basic lands. Can you do a Lycana Boros or Splash Green Goblo Protect with Zakfair, whoever gives indestructible to all? I don't quite know what you mean by that, but sure. Board wipe, maybe? Tear Asunder. Okay. Search your library for basic land. Did that. Did that. There's mining. Cecil flips. This is true. So let's put down another Cecil. Hold steady. Whatever he's going for, he's almost there. He's got 7 mana. Reach. Yeah, I figured he was almost there. We were kind of a turn late. Alright. So we're going to do this. Out of there. Alright, fighting back against all odds here. This deck is both simultaneously lucky and unlucky. I guess we could say so. We're holding our own. I don't know what was going on there, guys. I'll be honest. Ripping on one of my YouTube channels, and I do also just massive online rippings. We're gonna do a massive online ripping on the release day of Edge of Eternities, which is gonna be the 29th. So if you're interested in that, yeah, you could come by. But YouTube, we have pack rippings, old pack rippings. We have a lot of stuff. Bristly Bell. All right, why don't we put you down? I think we got this guy. Generally speaking, we have enough removal to keep him suppressed. Oof. Yeah. Oof. Summon Fenrir. Very cool. He's gonna go in. Boom. Inti. So let's do this. Boom. I need another mana. I can do Inti and Bitter. Which is good. Mossberg. You should have kept that. Let's do this. Discard a card. Choke low. Let's let it through. Let's see what happens. Maybe it has Tifa's Limit Break. Overprotect. Down to 1. So we do Inti, Knight of Grace, and we swing, and then we do that, and we get rid of that. And boom. And boom. There you go. Good game, man. Hey, man. What's the sickest EOE card so far? Podcast going up Sunday, and you'll know my top 10. I'll give you a hint. One of them's a black artifact. Not bad at all. Hey, look, it's my Thostep. We know her. Yeah, we don't. I don't really sell product. I don't sell cards really. That's not really what I do. Boop 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 boop. Okay, so let's put down. Let's put this down. Okay. Let's see what he does. How you doing, Listexia? Welcome. Let's put you down. Probably another removal. We'll see here. I think it's great sword. Five. Boom. Bahamut. Come on, put the sword on it. You know you want to. Put the sword on it. There you go. Ritual Chamber. Demon. Activate only as a sorcery, yeah. Choco Dreams. Is it mostly magic because how much you go out around money and investment? It sounds weird, so I always play this. Not really for me. I mean, it's like any other hobby. You've got to figure out a budget, but but I don't think it completely revolves around that. At least I hope it doesn't. But you know, if you look at it as a hobby, it's, you know, it's whatever you invest in. If you were fishing as your hobby, as you did on the weekend to enjoy yourself, how much would you invest in fishing equipment? You know, and you kind of just think of it that way. Cheap pre-orders. Oof, we did not hit a good card off that right there. We're gonna do nothing. We need to hit it. We need to hit something good here, guys. I'm not looking for it. Yeah, we're in bad shape. We hit a bad line. Well, thank you. Please check out the YouTube channel. I'm really not on stream that much. I'm mostly on YouTube. So, oh man, that fucking sucks. Man, oh man. No, we're fucked now. Yeah, we're fucked now, guys. We were so close. We were very, very close, and we just are flooding now. We're flooding now. Inti would help us. No, I don't think Inti even would help us right now. Cecil Dark Knight. That's nothing. That's nothing. No. That's nothing. That's nothing. Alright, last one. We did pretty good tonight. But man, these draws are killing us, man. Please check out my YouTube channel. I'm not on stream very much, Momington. If you want tons and tons of content, go to the YouTube channel. I only stream for about 2 hours a day. That's where you should go if you want lots of deck builds and all kind of other shit. That's the spot for you. I'm mostly a YouTuber who streams. I'm not a streamer who puts up videos. I'm the other way around. So, if you are interested, that is where to find me the best. Okay. Oh, all right. We'll take that one too. Fantastic. We've been up and down all night here, huh? Yeah, you beat the shit out of me. I ran out of gas, Maya, and you pulled the fucking, you pulled the top deck removal, which was the golden card. You pulled the golden card. I couldn't catch another removal. I had you down to the wire, and I said, I need one fucking little card here. I need one removal, one something to block it, get you out of the way so I can get that last hit. And you recovered. I knew it was Maya. I said, oh, we know Maya, yeah. I gassed out. I hit a really bad line. I hit a bad line. Fallen Angel. I'd love to go first one of these days, guys, really. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oof. We'll do Knight of Malice next. No, we'll do Blazemire and do Knight of Malice next. Listexia, welcome. Did I say hi to you, Listexia? Either way, welcome. You did come very aggressive at first. but I ran out of gas. Then discard a card. That'll tell me what I'm dealing with here. How often do hexproof tests come in? Very frequently, especially Night of Grace. There's a load of fucking black removal in the game, and Night of Grace gets around that very, very effectively because it can't be affected by black spells. Annex won you the game, Maya, if anything. Annex won you the game, if anything. Okay, Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Knight of Malice less so because there is exile and other stuff going on there. Add 1 mana dragon any color. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm not letting you cast a dragon. Okay. Is there, TJ? I get you, Zabrits. I get you. Knight of Malice. Down to 3. Lose life. Stallion, and he's out of there. Thank you, Momington. All right, guys, we're going to leave it right there for tonight. A lot of nonsense. I actually really like this deck, but man, when it draws smooth, it's smooth. We had some crazy battles. We had some fun times. The last night, trying to bring it out with a little bit of Mardu Knights. I wanted to kind of combine them because I feel like we have enough. And maybe Moonshaker, maybe more Knights of the Round. I don't know if Moonshaker's the best one, but early aggression and then big finishers on this one. I love Knight decks. I love Mardu. I hope you do too. We're going to leave it right there. Thank you all for coming. Adios.